Yesterday in court was a straight up disaster for Cassie and the prosecution. If you thought the Diddy case was a slam dunk, then think again. Because what just went down, the courtroom flipped, and it's all thanks to one man, Diddy's secret weapon, Brian Steele. And I say he dismantled Cassie's credibility piece by piece. I mean it. So here's the deal. He faces serious accusations, SA, trafficking, and abuse. We all seen the video of him attacking Cassie in the hotel hallway. Nobody's denying he's capable of sick behavior. The video alone disgusting. And a lot of people thought that was a nail in the coffin. But in court, it's not about what we feel. It's about what you can prove. In Cassie's testimony yesterday, it was full of holes, contradictions, and straight up reversal. She may have been the prosecutor's star witness, but she might just turn out to be the defense's best friend. Now let's talk about Brian Steele. If you don't know the name, learn it. It's the same legal assassin who helped Young Thug survive a RICO case that should have buried him. The man was cooked, but still flipped the script, embarrassed the prosecution, and got his client breathing again. Diddy brought him in mid-trial. People thought it was too late, but Steele doesn't need time. He needs strategy. And yesterday, he made the prosecution look like amateurs. His first move was surgical. Cross-examination, he asked, "Who's grilling Cassie?" The original plan has Diddy white male attorneys doing it, and Steele shut that down immediately. Why? Because you don't want to put two aggressive white men in front of a jury, hammering a black woman about being trafficked and assaulted. That's not just bad optics, that's courtroom suicide. Jurors were tuned out everything else after seeing that. So what did Steele do? Genius, he brought in 3 women, all of them survivors of SA, to handle Cassie Cross. That changed everything. Now it's not just intimidation, it's credibility, and it's devastating. From the moment cross-examination started, things went sideways. Cassie didn't look like a woman seeking justice. She looked comfortable, at ease. She was laughing with the attorneys, cracking jokes. That's not the demeanor of somebody reliving trauma. That's someone having a casual chat. The evidence, it wrecked her narrative. Steele's team pulled up text after text, graphic messages between Cassie and Diddy. These wasn't messages of fear or trauma. These were messages of consent, enthusiasm, and planning. They'll talk about email where Cassie is initiating sex parties, telling Diddy she wants more, saying, "I'm always ready." Messages about skipping her period to be available for free calls. Not only that, she tells Diddy she misses the group sex, that she loves it, that she just wishes he could cuddle her after instead of leaving. How do you claim trafficking when you are seen planning the trips, choosing the women, and initiating the acts? Let's break down some of the biggest contradictions in Cassie's testimony. She said she hated the swinging lifestyle and Diddy forcing her into it. But then there are messages where she talks about fantasizing over watching Diddy with other women. She claims she was forcing sex acts during her period, but then tell Diddy she's skipping her cycle to stay ready for him. That's not coercion, that's scheduling. She said she didn't like being with women, but there are emails where she is recruiting them, giving them instruction, setting things up. She said she was scared, but then you see her texting Diddy days later saying, "I miss you, let's do it again." Even the defense cross on Diddy's former security guard was brutal. The guy tried to paint Diddy as a monster, but then admitted he shared private surveillance photos with his wife and started shopping his story to the press. Brian Steele buried him, made him look like a clout chaser and an opportunist. Here what nobody's talking about. Why was trafficking even part of the lawsuit? The answer, the Mann Act. It allowed the statute of limitations to be extended if the case involved transporting someone across state lines for sex. It probably was the only way Cassie's legal team could make the lawsuit stick after so many years. Now that it's in court, with real evidence under real cross-examination, the trafficking angle is collapsing. And that's not just bad for Cassie, it's bad for everyone else accusing Diddy of similar crimes. If her testimony gets tossed, the whole dominant effect falls apart. Diddy's other accusers needed her to hold the line. Now don't get it twisted, I'm not here to say Diddy's innocent. We all saw the violent video. He got a history of control, manipulation, and destruction. And honestly, he probably belonged behind bars or something. But legally, this trafficking case might not be it. Brian Steele came in and played chess while the prosecution played checkers. He flipped Cassie's story on his head. He made her own words defense Scroggo's weapon. And when that happens, your case isn't just weak, it's dead. What now? If the prosecution can't recover, if they can't bring new evidence, new witness, or something, then this case is headed towards disaster. Diddy might just walk away free on the biggest case of his career. And Brian Steele, he'll go down as the man who pulled off another legal miracle. This is Mike Frazier Unfiltered. Hit that like button if you're watching this train wreck unfold. Subscribe if you want real talk, no sugar-coated news coverage, because we just getting started. Let's go.